My name is Awstin Gregg. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, a licensed chemical dependency counselor, and I'm the CEO of Connections Wellness Group. Today, in this mental health moment, I want to call attention to something that, if we're not careful, passes right on by us. But it is such a valuable moment that we deserve to feel these. We deserve to have it felt, and we deserve the lens to notice when it's happening. And this is the idea of silence. Now, to paint this picture, I have to tell you a story. It's actually a quirky hobby that my wife and I used to have, is to go into large public places, the largest ones that we could find, that were also silent. That despite being hundreds of thousands of square feet large, and despite being filled with people, they were silent. And so we went to places like libraries on finals week. We had success in these big auditoriums. And then we got the bright idea of, what about professional arenas? Because right before the game is played, there's a moment of silence, and I bet that's exactly what we're looking for. And we did indeed go to sports arenas, and we did indeed feel that, but what we stumbled upon was a moment that I don't think we were expecting. And it's this moment right before tip-off in the basketball game, right before the puck drop in a hockey game, that every person was focused on a singular event, and that the athletes on the court who have prepared and trained to practice their craft were all focused on a singular objective, and they were about to engage in the sport that they loved. In that moment, not only was there silence, but there was competency, eerie peace, but also excitement and reward, because all the practice was about to pay off. And whenever I think about our moments of silence as professionals, as parents, I think we have these very things too. And if we're not careful, the fleeting moment of a puck drop or a basketball tip-off, it slips right on by without us noticing. So let me give you a few examples of the moment of silence I'm talking about. It's whenever we establish a connection with another person and they tell for us secrets that nobody else knows. There's a moment of silence that follows that, because we know we have developed trust and rapport in a relationship with another person, and we have been brought on to something they've been struggling with for so long. And in that moment, they're no longer alone, and that's silence. There are also challenging days in which we do great works, we do great feats, and from time to time we fall short, but more often than not we succeed. And after a long day at work, we clock out, we get in our car right before we turn the ignition on. There's a moment of silence when we get to transfer from our work life to a home life, knowing that we have earned everything that we did that day. In these moments of silence are joy, they are fulfillment, they are these powerful, ever-fleeting moments that I think everyone listening earns and deserves to enjoy. Now, when I think of the idea of silence, the opposite to that scale is noise. And everyone's noise sounds a little bit different. It could be the adversity of mental health stigma, it could be challenge, it could be hardship, it could be pain, it could be illness, it could be quite literally anything that is your noise. But despite all of our differences in this world, despite all the different cultures, religions, everywhere we come from, silence, that sounds the same to everybody. So here is a toast to everyone listening this week. May we never forget to reflect on those earned and precious moments of silence that are passing us by all day long. I thank you for tuning in to this week's Mental Health Moment. My name is Awstin Gregg, and I hope you have a wonderful day.